15 years ago, my mom wanted a greenhouse. So we looked around and see what we could build, because we've always been kind of handy, we wanted to do it ourselves. So we thought about building a PVC greenhouse, but we've worked with PVC and we know that after a couple of years, it starts getting in the sunlight, it starts getting brittle, wind blows it over, and pretty soon you need a new greenhouse. So we tried doing a lot of things by ourselves. We took some stock panels and bent them over, put some plastic over it. Then we discovered that plastic is not specially treated for UV, tends to break down and turn to dust in about 2 months. So we didn't do that anymore. So we worked on it. Over a couple of years, we finally came up with a pretty good greenhouse design that worked for us. My mom was happy, everything was great. So then some friends of ours wanted to have a greenhouse too. So we started building them to sell in the local area. And in the past 12 years, we've installed over 100 greenhouses in our area. This greenhouse that you see here is not your average greenhouse. This is made out of 1 3/8 galvanized tubing. That's the top rail of a chain link fence. So it's strong, it's not going to blow down, and it's going to be there for a long time. All the wood we use in here is treated 30-year ground contact lumber, so the structure itself will be here a long time. It takes a long time to stretch plastic by yourself and learn to do it without a big bundle of wrinkles in one corner. But this DVD will teach you how to do that. It's really quite simple, but you just have to know the tricks. So come inside and look at this greenhouse. So see, when you make a greenhouse out of these quality materials, this is a very strong greenhouse. You can do chin-ups on it, you can hang potted plants up here. I once had a tree fall from about 12 feet away, a 60-foot tall pine tree that had a 12-inch base, fell and landed right dead center across here. The tree stopped right here. It never even got to the ground. That's how strong this greenhouse is. Now back here we have a fan with a thermostat and a shutter. Automatically opens whenever it turns on. We'll show you how and where to get that. Here we have it all braced, so lengthwise it's a very tight structure. But the most important part of the greenhouse is the plastic. Now if you've ever tried to build your own greenhouse, you probably went to the hardware store and bought construction grade plastic, thinking that that was what you should use. The problem is that it's been specifically treated so that it breaks down quickly in landfills, so that any UV light that hits it at all will cause it to start breaking down, and pretty soon you have a big pile of dust where your plastic greenhouse used to be. This is specially designed greenhouse grade plastic. It's designed to resist UV light for a long time. This plastic usually lasts you at least 4 years, sometimes up to 6. It's large enough to bounce off hailstones up to 1.5 inches in diameter. I've had it happen. Even a strong man has real trouble putting his thumb through this plastic. The plastic, when it wears out, you can go buy some more plastic, put it on, and you basically have what looks like a new greenhouse. Whereas if you buy the fiberglass and you put that on it, not only is it going to cost about 3 times what this will cost, but the fiberglass will turn yellow in a couple of years, and then you're looking at an ugly, dirty greenhouse until the fiberglass wears out and you finally get to replace it. This is a much better greenhouse in my opinion. Plus, it's a tighter seal. When you're building out a fiberglass or any solid panel like that, you're going to have gaps where the pieces overlay, where the ends connect. When you're having plastic like this, the plastic pulls over and it staples down, so you have a much tighter fit, so you can have a lot less air loss. This greenhouse that we tell you how to build is 10 foot wide and 15 foot long. You can make it longer than that, you can make it wider than that, but this is a good starting dimensions. And you can make it a lot longer and not really raise your cost hardly at all, because most of the expense is in the fan and the shutter and in the work in both ends. The actual length of the greenhouse isn't that expensive. Everything that you need to know about building a greenhouse is covered in this plans and DVD set. It's very easy to follow, and it doesn't require a great knowledge of tools either. You have to be conversant with a few basic ones like a drill and a saw and some things like that, obviously. But if you can manage that, and if you can get a hold of a vise, a staple gun, and some things like that, that's really all you need to do. So if you're interested in learning more, visit our website at howwedostuff.com. You can see a bunch of pictures there from the greenhouses I've installed over the years. A lot of questions will be answered there. And if you have any more, just send us an email.